Morning shoppers, quick look at the Snowy Monaro Regional Council brand new sports centre with all the sandbags, and we had about 30 mil plus of rain fairly quickly last night, and you can see the debris, bitumen washing out, the dirt. But also I've been told that major problem in the high school. So there's all the garden washing away in the high school, and the bark chip exposing the weed mat underneath. It almost looks like the drain's blocked up and the water's come out of the drain, and you can see all the bark and what have you down on the grass. So it's a fairly big catchment next to the cemetery. All of that catchment, all this road, not a single drain to drop the water down, and you can see that it's been flooding across. And we've got bark chips coming in. Now, the thing is, the bark chips are now on top of the sandbags, indicating that there was so much water coming out, even from the high school through there and down the road, that it's overcome the sandbags and it's now laying on top of the sandbags, and it's created a little track. So the water has been diverted, like we said a little while ago, and then down the stairs. Of all the things, the water goes down the stairs, and you can see that it has actually backfilled, and the water has drained away, but we've got bark, and even in here we've had the garden washing away, where the water's been coming down inside the sandbags from the school and scouring it out. So all the silt is now migrating into the drains. You can see that the silt's building up and flooding. We've had a dam here. This is where the bark chip is layered because it's floating. So all of this has been inundated. All of this now has to be cleaned up, and all of that is floating into there. It's all floating in. And then out on the sports field itself, you can see drain overwhelmed, walls of bark, and out on the playing fields. So again, it's a problem between the school and the council, because there is no proper stormwater management. They just keep building more roofs, more buildings without any thought, and so the whole drain system is inadequate and completely clogged. And you can see where the water is then running around, scouring out. Now, it looks like dry sand. So far the water hasn't got up to the doors, which is good. But remember, these fire doors, exit doors, do not obstruct, keep open. These doors open outwards. See the hinge? The hinge is on the outside, the door opens out. Of course, with regard to security, I could get my Leatherman and undo the screws on the external hinges and the door would fall off, and then there's zero security. So, well, we know there's no sporting goods in there. So everything about this is cheap and pathetic, and you can see the water scouring out the garden. So it's not just the bark chips. Council staff have told the general manager that they were worried about the bark and wood chips floating away. That's not actually really the problem. It's the soil and the sand and the silt that gets moved and dragged around, ends up in the drains, settles out, and we've actually got bark on the playing court now. So it's come down the stairs there, across the footpath, down through here, and then floating off onto the playing courts. Everything about this is poorly designed, poorly executed, and it's going to take significant public money, ratepayer money, or is it going to be state government money? So Steve Wan, get your ass down here as our state member. Come and have a look and put your head together with the new general manager and tell us what you're going to do. Now, obviously the problem got so bad, the sandbags were overwhelmed with the amount of water because there's a line here on the road. That's the edge of a water impoundment, and then the water started going through the sandbags. You can tell by the way the dirt sits. So this was a pond yesterday, and you can see the line of the leaves and the dirt. Very poor design. Thank you to the SES for obviously doing what you did to put the sandbags on. G'day. But it's going to take a bit more work to fix all this up.